Scissor work is actually really easy. Let me show you. I'm going to start by completely saturating the hair, then we're going to clip end section. Grab your clips, get them on your sleeve or somewhere close by ready for action. We're going to separate the top from the back and the sides by going from the crown to the recession points or the corners of either side of the head. Once you've done one side, just repeat the same steps on the other side and clip the hair up out of the way. Now I'm going to separate the sides from the back and clip them away. I'm creating my guide just above the occipital bone, making sure that I'm pulling the same distance off the head and using the same height of elevation as I make my way to the left all the way around. Coming back to the middle, then making my way all the way around to the right. Making sure keep that same elevation and pulling the same distance off the head using the previous guide and then matching to it. That U-shaped band that we just created above the occipital bone is now going to be our guide for the rest of the back. Taking about 1-inch sections, we're going to cut from that guide down to the base of the head. Another section from the guide down to the base of the head. We're going to keep repeating these steps until we get to the final section in the corners. Now instead of doing another section through this final panel on the corner, we're going to pull the hair up from the bottom, not cut there, go up a bit higher. This is going to over direct the bottom corner of the hair. That's going to allow it to have more length and flick out underneath the cap or just have a nice square look down the bottom, which we'll see at the final end of the haircut. Taking horizontal sections the whole way up that final panel, and we're just going to match that to the previous. 1-inch sections down the right side of the head, finding that guide, and cutting in our vertical sections. Exact same way on the other side, we're not going to pull that bottom section, we're going to pull up and over direct so that bottom corner has more length, and then we're going to cut with horizontal sections the whole way up, matching it to our previous vertical sections. Now let's unclip the side and connect that to the back. I'm going to cut in a guide using the length from the back right along the parietal ridge towards the front of the head. Using the guide in vertical sections, take finger length sections and cut in the layers. After going through and doing all the exact same steps on the other side, we're going to connect the top. So let's take those clips off, create a middle part down the center of the head, and comb the hair down to either side. We're going to find the length from the side and we're going to match the top to it. From above the ear and behind the ear, we're going to cut in directly to that guide. From in front of the ear, we're going to over direct so that we can preserve weight and length in the front. Comb the hair on top towards the back and make sure that it also connects into the length at the back. Follow the same steps on this side as the other side, and the top should now be fully connected into the back and the sides. At this point, if we wanted to take more length off the top, we could take a guide from the front, create a middle panel and cut the rest of the top down to a shorter length, but the client wants to grow out the hair, so we're just going to check the front and then we're going to move on to drying the hair so we can put in the fade. This is a really easy to follow system for a mid-taper into a modern mullet. We're going to start with the 1.5 guard open and we're going to go up about 2 finger width. This is going to clear the canvas for the fade. With the texture scissors, let's connect that 1.5 open to the scissor work. By putting in our zero line with the trimmers in a V shape, we're going to be able to keep our C-cup slightly darker. While I've got my trimmer in hand, I'm also going to line up behind the ear. With my clippers no guard lever open, I'm going up 1 finger width. To blend out that middle line, you're going to start with the 1 open, then closed. Following that up with the half guard, and I'm using the corners of my teeth to just rub out that middle line. With no guard lever closed, we're going to start attacking that bottom line. Open it up one notch at a time as I make my way higher, using the corners of the teeth to hit the right angles inside that V shape. If there's still a little bit of a line there, you can come back and take it out with your trimmers. Now with my texture scissors, I'm just coming back and detailing any dark spots. Please don't style your hair like this if you want a middle part flow. Let's start with sea salt spray for the base. Next we're going to add curl cream to enhance the curls, add a little bit of shine and a light hold. Emulsify it in your hands and then apply it evenly throughout the hair. Now we're going to take a middle panel and separate the hair down both sides. Attach a diffuser to your blow dryer and in circular motions dry the hair into the shape that you want it to flow. Now dry from a distance and using your hands scrunch the hair to enhance the curls and help tighten them up. Now pinch and mold the hair into the desired shape. And here you have the final result.